everyone, it's Zion. Welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm so glad to be back in almost over a month. I actually got some questions from people around me, like how is your life in Paris these days? How is school? I mean, a lot of questions came in asking me how is life, you know? I mean, COVID is crazy these days and how you got adjusted to school. So I thought I would make a separate video of a Q&A of all the things that you guys have been wondering and asking and put them into one video. So without further ado, let's get right started. How was your first day at school? What was it like? If I think of my first day of school, I literally cringe. What is your MBTI? Oh my gosh, yes. I got to see the Eiffel Tower. It's really pretty, especially at night. So the first question is, how did you get used to the school? So, oh my gosh, this question is like so, it's kind of, I don't know, it's really crazy because like time goes by really fast and it's almost been like 6 months since I came here. Half a year, which is like, wow, seriously. So I think, I mean, there wasn't that big of a shock for me because I kind of went through this earlier when I was younger, so it wasn't kind of like a wow shock. But I don't think it really took that long to get used to the school actually. A couple of days, maybe like a week, like for the system I got used to it because like obviously even though I went through something like that before, it's like high school now. It's like it's different. It's more independent. No one's there to like spoon feed you through everything you go through, so it was a little bit confusing at the start, but like I kind of got used to it. I like go to my classes, I know where everything is. It's not like wandering around anymore, so I think that was really good. But I think I just got used to the school because like all of my friends are really nice, my classmates, the teachers are really supportive, and they kind of like trust us and they give us a lot of freedom too because that's how like basic system is like. So I really like that part, and I think it wasn't that hard getting used to it. So what about friends or any differences you felt about schools or the system style in France and in Korea based on what have you experienced? So there's a couple of things I want to talk about on this. First of all, friends are really nice. Friends are really open. They express themselves a lot, which is really cool. They're really sociable and everyone is really nice. They're really funny too, so I really enjoy it. And about the differences about the school system, I think I want to talk about 3 things about this. First is like in Korea, we just had like 1학기, 1학기, like 2 semesters, but here there's like 5 of them in a year, like in a whole grade. So we had like a winter term, a fall term, spring term, Yule term, and then another term I don't know what it's called. But we have that 5 terms in each grade, I think precisely. And we have 6 weeks of school, 2 weeks of break, 6 weeks of school, 2 weeks of break. But during Christmas, we have 3 weeks because of the holidays. So that was a little bit like surprising, but I think it's actually a really good thing. Like you go to school, you're on grind for 6 weeks, you work a lot, you work hard, and then you have like a little bit of 2 weeks to relax, catch up on some stuff you didn't get to during the school days. And even though 2 weeks is really short, it kind of gives us a lot of time for students and teachers to prepare more for the next semester. And of course they give us holiday homework, so it's not like we just like lay around in bed all day. We have to do work. So yeah, those are the gaps because there isn't that kind of 2-week break in every single semester. In Korea, it was just like 3-4 months and then a month break. I honestly don't even remember how it was like. I mean, like I don't remember. I just lived it. And secondly, there's a thing called option block where we get to choose our subjects. In Korea, we had to like literally just listen to classes that we had, like math, science, I don't know, PE, everything. But here we get to choose. So there's like history or music or Spanish or English literature, ICT or art. There's like choices you can choose from and on the subjects you really want to choose, but there are core subjects that you really need to take, such as English language, everyone needs to take, science, which includes biology, physics, and chemistry. All 3 of these sciences everyone has to take. And French you also have to take. You have to take it. But besides from that, like history or art or computer science, you can choose because there's an option block that from those 2 subjects, if you want to take this one, you can take this one. If you want to take that, you can take that. And I think that it's good because it gives the student a choice of what they want to take so they can actually enjoy it a little more during classes. And the last thing I want to talk about in this perspective is about school hours. So in Korea, we first had like start school at like 10 past 9. It ends at like 3 or 4 o'clock. It's different, at least where I was. But here, up until 10th grade, we have school starts at 8:45, and this is like perspective of my school. And I'm not saying this is how every single school in France is like. So their school starts at 8:45, ends at 4 o'clock every single day, nothing different. But in grade 11 and 12, which is the upper grades, they have to get started by getting ready for university, for applications and stuff like that. So there's less classes. So up until grade 10, there's like 9 subjects, 9 classes you have to take. So yeah, so grade 11 and 12, they have only like 3 or 4 classes they have to take. So if you have only classes during the afternoon, then you don't have to come to school until like your classes start. Or if you have classes at like 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but you don't have to come to school until 10. You can just like stay at home and work. But if you can't, like stay at home and work, then you can obviously come to school and look for like empty classrooms where you can just do work by yourself. So I think that's really good because there's a lot of free periods where you can like rest and you have more time to do your own stuff and getting ready. But I think that's really interesting. From grade 11 to 12, you have more free time because you have to get ready for college. So you take less subjects and you really want to focus on the really important subjects that you really want to know, like the subjects that you want to major in university. So that's a really good thing. What grade are you currently in? In Korea, if I was in Korea, I will be entering high school this year. But since I came here last year and there's a bit of like some differences, I'm technically in grade 10 right now. In America, we call it a sophomore, but I don't know about how they call it in France. I think it's just secondary school because like primary school, secondary school, grade 6 to 12 is secondary, beneath is all just primary. So yeah, I'm in grade 10 right now. How is Paris? Okay, this question is very vague, so I will just say it in really like one sentence. It's really actually good. I mean, as I thought it would be, it's good, but because of COVID, like I can't even travel or go around, so I think that's a sad part. But I got to see the Eiffel Tower. It's really pretty, especially at night, and the streets are pretty too. And I think the food here also, oh my gosh, you guys I really want to like send croissants like to every single subscriber. Guys, I really need you guys to try this. The croissants are really good. Like, they are not the ones that you taste in Paris-Baguette in Korea. It's so good. And I don't know, like galette, 빵 au chocolat, those are really good. They have a lot of sweets and desserts because France is like the country of those. You guys need to try this. I am loving it. The food is so good. There's like 달팽이 요리. I tried it. Snails. That's good too. So I love the food. How about you learning French? Difficulties learning a third language? I grew up as a bilingual child because I learned Korean and English, and I basically had to use both of them around at home and at school when I was in America. But now I have to learn French at the age of 15, which is, I don't know, they say like the language brain like doesn't really function well after the age of 13 or 14, but I honestly don't think that's true. I'm still learning French, but it is hard. The language is hard and complicating. There's a lot of things to memorize because in English you just like learn like the basic stuff and you kind of get to start speaking it fluently. But French is like so much. There's like, it's feminine, masculine, there's so much things to memorize, so it's really hard, but I'm still learning and I hope I can get better soon. Okay, and then, how was your first day at school? What was it like? If I think of my first day of school, I literally cringe because like it was scary, honestly, scary. It was fine. I mean, it was actually fine. The kids are really nice, and this girl came up to me and she's like, "Hey, how are you? What's your name?" And then we talked and stuff like that. But a lot of 9th graders too. I have a lot of friends in 9th grade. I think more than in 10. So I really talked to them a lot, and they like talked to me during PE too. It was really fun. It was a new experience. I think I got to grow a bit stronger during that period. I mean, it was kind of confusing because in Korea we sat in the classrooms and the teachers moved around, but here we have to move around during classes. So that was a bit complicated because like for every single class, the classrooms are all different, and literally we had to go to this class for English literature, this class for French, this class for physics, and it was a bit complicating. But like once you get used to it, like once you memorize your timetable and things like that, it gets easier. Like trust me, it's fine. So if you are like studying abroad and you're kind of having difficulties with your classes and moving around, I think the best way is to take a screenshot of it, or like, I don't know, take a picture and put it as your phone background for like a week. That's what I did when I first came, and it helped me a lot because whenever I see my phone, I see my timetable and I'm like, okay, next class I have this. It's really useful. So, but now it's like, I can say them by heart, so it's very, very much good now. Okay, now I thought I would also answer some TMI questions just for fun because I didn't want this to turn into a lecture. So, what is your MBTI? Oh my gosh, yes. I am ISFJ, I think. And in Korean, it was like 용감한 수호천사, I think. I mean, I like MBTIs, they're fun. But like, I also believe in astrology too, and not just like those personality tests. So yeah, and I'm a Sagittarius. Favorite drama or TV series? Or recommendations? I don't know. I don't really watch that much movies anymore because like there isn't that much really fun stuff. But my recent K-drama that I watched was called 여신강님. It's called True Beauty in English. I think a lot of you might have heard of it actually. It was really popular, even the drama series. So I really watched it. As a person who didn't read the webtoon and just started first watching the drama series, it was very new for me. Like I really like the cast, especially, as you can see one of them up there. But I like the message that it gives actually. I mean, like everyone is focused on like the love triangle and everything, but I think that the message is what came to me most because like we're living in such like a judgmental society these days where people like only just set boundaries as your looks or like how you look like, but actually more matters more is on the inside and how you were like. I really like the message in that drama, so I think that's the reason I kept watching it until the end. But now it's over, so that's sad. But if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. It's really fun, and of course I heard that the webtoon is also really fun, so check out it if you can. Favorite, least favorite subject in school. My favorite subject in school is probably between English language or English literature. My least favorite subject in school is chemistry. I think I do the best in biology and physics and then chemistry because like chemistry, there's like so much equations and like, I don't know, there's like, the terms are just like, you know, so. Your favorite brand, clothing brand, accessory brand, etc. For accessory brand, I personally like Louis Vuitton. And for clothes, I like Fila, Adidas, but these days I really like Champion or Hollister. A lot of kids wear Hollister here too, so that was surprising because when I was in America, a lot of kids wore Hollister shoes, so yeah. Pet peeve. Ooh, this one. One of my ultimate pet peeves is when I'm talking and someone interrupts me because that annoys me so much. Like when I'm talking or someone like butts in or they just like go in without even like asking like yeah, you can speak first or like you can do that. But like if someone just like interrupts when I'm speaking, it's kind of annoying. It's like at least you can ask to speak. I mean like okay, last question is recently watch YouTubers that give you motivation or inspiration. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I don't have like an ultimate favorite. But if I would say, I like watching yearrr and Hannah Elise. Those are my two favorite YouTube channels these days that I really love watching. That was it, guys, for this long but short Q&A/TMI video. I came back in a long time. I'm really sorry for my absence, but I am back now, and it was nothing serious. It was because of school and we had exams and stuff like that, and I just want to concentrate it on school and work. But now that it's over and it's almost the holidays again, break, I might take more videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and feel free to leave me down comments on any other questions you have on my life here in Paris as a high school student. And I'm still learning and I'm still experiencing many stuff, so I might not be skilled, and honestly I'm not in this perspective of giving anyone tips or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye everyone.